everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Cowboys going up against the Texans. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now the offense for the Dallas Cowboys coming on, led by Dak Prescott. They continue to roll, a win on Thanksgiving over Washington. And I know in our household that game delayed the start of Thanksgiving dinner. And Dak Prescott, one touchdown passing, another on the ground in that game.
I like your household. I want to hang out with you next Thanksgiving. I'm down with that. Hey, if we're going to delay it to watch some ball, I'm all for it. But here's the thing about Prescott for me. The numbers were fine. But let's go behind the numbers and just watch the poise that he plays with. Stays within himself. Maybe things aren't going perfectly, but at the end of the game, he stays unruffled and makes plays to win.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Second down, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line, and they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
On second down, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
All game.
No surprise there. Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. On third down, it's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on the defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jonathan Joseph goes under the radar a little bit as one of the better cover corners in the league, but his team knows his value. He can lock up good receivers.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Prescott now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here we go. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Miller, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Charles, let me ask you about this Dallas defense, because so much hype, obviously, and rightfully so about the offense. But this defense, they've held their own, have they not?
Indeed they have, and in a lot of cases, they've led the charge on defense, made plays, and let's face it, going into the season, we thought they might finish last in the league in defense. They had a lot of guys suspended. They spent a second-round pick on a defender that we all knew was not going to play this season in Jalen Smith, yet somehow they fashioned it together, led by Sean Lee, and become a cohesive unit that doesn't worry about who gets the credit and have had guys emerge and make plays that you didn't expect.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They keep it with Miller on first down, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Miller was coming off his 3rd 100-yard performance of the season against the Raiders in Week 11. Charles, he finished off Week 12 just above 50 yards.
And the numbers tell one part of the tale, but cumulatively over the season, Lamar Miller's been so effective because his goal, and I think that Houston's goal each and every game, at least 20 touches for him. Running game, passing game. I think they had 22 this week. That's why he's piled up the yardage, and he's had a heck of a season.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Cedric Thornton, the one that got him down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. He finds his target, Fuller. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing things, continue to move on.
So they're operating in the red zone. First down carry now for Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Setting up the screen for Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the early lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second down, Prescott again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Prescott from the gun on third.
Damn.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Got away from him.
It's a big play there on third down. 41 yards.
So what's the expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down.
I had that
and he took
right
the check
there.
down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Yeah.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. They're going to give it to him running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They go to Elliott again. They find some open field here. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that's caught by Beasley. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Right around the 8. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now back to the ground with Elliott fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Fuck, I didn't do that. Shit.
Now Prescott. Surveying.
Got his ass.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The rookie from Clemson, DJ Reader. In there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller, and he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop it, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, a big-time pickup for the Texans.
They come out here in the eye.
I can't switch. Okay.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it again with Miller. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
All right, here we go.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now a man who turned 40 back in August. He might not like me for that one, but it's true. Shane Leckler, the 40-year-old, on to punt it away. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. Charles, when we have a second, we have to give a shout-out to Joe Thomas. It's been a tough year in Cleveland, but tell them what Joe Thomas accomplished.
He just played his 10,000th snap in a row without ever missing one in his career.
That's unbelievable.
His career. You get a lead. There could be a small injury. Your foot hurts for one play. Never has he come out of a game. Never has he missed a snap. An incredible Ironman record. And he's a perennial all-pro left tackle.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Dang.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They stopped him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Oh, shit, that was almost blocked.
That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Miller, the lone setback. He'll get it running right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And that's a guy, Lamar Miller, from Miami, went to the University of Miami, was playing for the Dolphins, but now moved to the Lone Star State.
Yeah, how about that? And sometimes that change of scenery, it may look like it's going to affect him adversely. He's away from his home for the first time ever. But sometimes you get out on your own somewhere else, that can increase your performance. You only focus on your football.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball, a little bit of panic that emerges, you've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Carry now for Lamar Miller. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
We know that old expression, it's not my night.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Osweiler to throw. And finding Fedorowicz. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up first and goal. To go here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Osweiler. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller from 8 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Intro.
Look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's supposed to be intro.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's got time. He hits Beasley right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Prescott now on second down. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go.
And again, it's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Oh, good block, boy. Good
man
motherfucking block.
Catches Jason Witten, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Get your shit out of here.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And here comes the Texans now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. 2nd and 10. It's Osweiler again. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So as the set designers rush out here to get us ready for the spectacle to come at intermission, these two teams will head to the locker room. It's over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Texans line up at the 13. Miller is wide open here on the catch, and 13 yards later, he'll go in for the score. The Texans take the early lead. Third down from inside the 10. Defense will get to the QB here. This one ends up as a loss of 3. Texans now late in the second. Fuller is able to get open here, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. Texans push their lead to 11. Staying late in the half. They're going to come away with another sack here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. And with that, it's time to head back to field level, as we're just one half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. He couldn't.
God damn it, man.
Ball pops
Come on,
out,
man.
incomplete.
Oh.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Second and 10 now. Osweiler. Flush to his right.
Oh, shit. Man, that was kind of bomb, man. Fuck.
And they take possession
Man.
2 yards away from
Son of a
midfield
bitch.
at the 48-yard line. But look
That was
at the
fucking
offense now here
stupid.
coming back out on the road for their
Fuck.
first possession of the second half. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and
maximizing opportunities.
They were trying to get the connection with a former
Ooh, that was
Buckeye,
almost
Braxton Miller.
good day, too.
So, partner, last night at dinner we got talking about that Miami Dolphins 6-game winning streak. But, you know, they're not the only ones on a streak right now. You got the Giants at 6 games, and don't forget the Raiders now 5 straight wins.
And how about the Giants season? 1-2 to begin the season, lost 3 in a row, and have won those 6 since then. So they're on a nice little run. How about the Miami Dolphins? They've won 6 in a row as well. The first time since 2008.
And for a third time, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll come out in the pistol. Another carry for the rookie Elliott. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Took off on me on that one. Fuck.
There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They run again with Lawrence. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you've got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude it? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get 17 yards there. And that'll be good for a Houston first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he's got room. Whoosh. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind it. Watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Again, it's Miller. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
This is the running back, Blue. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Osweiler.
Dang.
And this is going to be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. Last year for Orlando Scandrick, the torn ACL, the torn MCL, but 2016, as we see there, pretty much back to form.
How about the rehab, the dedication, got as quick as an agility back, and lost none of his playmaking skills.
So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so critical.
And they are. And, you know, we've met so many defensive coordinators who just really hate the bend but don't break mentality. They're much more of the aggressive school. But that mentality has won a lot of games. If you're only giving up field goals on drives, that usually keeps you in it and gives your offense a chance to retaliate.
Yeah, and right now it's got him with the lead.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And Escobar has it left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Come on, let's go.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And Beasley with it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
To throw is Prescott.
Intro.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his
I was gonna go missing this nigga.
and it's picked off.
There's a time. I'll take that intro though. Appreciate it.
Their own 48-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the
Appreciate you.
and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's Brock Osweiler and the Texan offense getting set to go. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
In the red zone this time. First and goal here from the 2. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Both the run and pass still in play here on third and goal from the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
There's so many things that go into playing a position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knocking down for a loss.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly. And they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Prescott on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
A second down throw for Prescott. Finding time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. defense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Let's go. Brad 38.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Let's go. 1, 9.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Surveying the field. Going right side, he has Witten. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 1, 9.
And again, it's Prescott. Escobar with it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to crown a champion after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 4. Let's go. 1, 9.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come up in an offset eye. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Running left is Miller. Shreds the tackle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And Brandon, is really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
Here's a give to Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
It's really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead, not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving, and they can win it right now.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.